Hello guys and welcome back. It's Marissa. We're here with another video. Today we're going to be talking finance. We're going to get a little business ready, okay? This is going to be a little finance class. I think these videos are super fun to film, and I think they're also very important to film because it's things that aren't really taught like in school, and they really should be. Okay, my camera died 2 seconds in, but anyway, we're back. I have no idea what I said. Oh, my cat wants to say hi because she's not gonna knock it over. Yeah, I think it's super important that we talk about like financial stuff and have a good understanding of it, because I know when I was in high school I had no understanding of like making a budget or what it was like to move out. Like when I moved out for the first time, it was just literally like, that's when I learned. We're just gonna talk about, mainly I'm gonna go through how to make a budget for you, and then just like some tips and tricks that I have on saving money and tips that have helped me save money over the years. If you guys are new here, my name's Marissa. I do new videos every Thursday. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit the subscribe button right down below and then click the bell next to it so you get notified when I upload. I will also have my TikTok right here and then my Instagram right here. Babe, no, we're done now. You're done. Yeah, I'll have my TikTok right here and then my Instagram right here. I will have the rest of my social media links down below. Look at her. Why is she like that? So if you want to stay tuned, I'm on Instagram and TikTok way more than I'm on here because I'm only here once a week. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're following me, all that good stuff. Also guys, I love when we have engagement in the comments. So if you guys have any feedback, any of your own tips or tricks or things that have helped you or things that have not helped you, like leave them as a comment. Let's talk about it, and I would love to get your guys' tips too. Yeah, so this is gonna be how to save money, how I've saved money the past couple months, in the past, how to save money basically. And then I'll have a video that I did before on how to move to a different state if that interests you. That kind of has some just like basic like how to move out tips too, so I'll have that link down below for you guys if you are interested. If you want a like super basic video on how to move out for like the first time ever, let me know and I could do a video on that too, or just any other finance videos, let me know. But yeah, so we're gonna start with how to make a budget, how to understand what a budget is, because that is going to be the main tool to saving money. You can't save money and have no idea how to budget your money, or like have some kind of acknowledgement of what you're doing, or else you're just, how would you save, you know what I mean? But yeah, so a budget is basically like, this is the amount, there's correct words too, so I'm not gonna use that, like I'm sorry. This is the dumb version, okay? There is your bills that you're gonna have every month, and then there's your like, they're not bills, but like groceries, gas, like things that you're gonna have to spend every month, but it's not a fixed number every time, like every single month. And then there's your income, so how much money you make. That's the equation right there, okay? So I did some easy math I have in my little notebook to make this easily understood. Obviously, you're gonna have to go through your own personal, like, these are the payments that I have, and figure it all out. Write it down. That's what helps me. I made it real simple. Let's say you have 2 bills that you have to pay every month. Just to make it easy, this would be anything that's the same number every month. So rent, a car payment, car insurance, phone bill, the gym membership, Netflix, Hulu, anything that is the same exact monthly payment every single month that you have to pay, add in this category. So for simple purposes, I said, let's say you have $1,000 in rent and then $500 in a car payment, okay? So that's $1,500 that you have to pay every single month. Same number, you have to pay that every single month. Okay, now in column 2, you're going to have things that could fluctuate, but you spend money on every month. So groceries, gas, stuff like that. Those are like the most 2 common ones. If you want to give yourself like a spending category, like whatever you want to do there, put in that column. So again, to make it easy, I said $50 in groceries, $50 in gas a month. So that's going to be an extra $100. So now we're at $1,600 total estimated that we're going to be spending every single month. I do recommend when you're putting like things that are going to fluctuate every month, aim high, because it's better to be like, to have extra money than to be like, oh god, I spent $200 instead of $100 on groceries and gas this month, you know? So just like estimate high. If you can change it too. Like you'll notice how much you spend the more you get into like a routine. But yeah, just like estimate. Yeah, so altogether we're paying $1,600 a month, let's say. You need to look at how much money you're making every month. So whatever job you have, do the finances of what you make every month. Now for this one, let's say you work a part-time job where the hours aren't the same every month or every week. Estimate low. Like that's my biggest tip, is estimate high when you're thinking of things that you have to pay, and estimate low for the money you're gonna make. Obviously if you have like a 9-to-5 type of job, you're gonna know exactly how much you make every month, but or if you work like a tip serving job, like just estimate it on the lower end and you'll always be safe that way. Nobody's mad if you have extra money left over. You know what I mean? Like if you make a budget and you have extra money left over because you made more that month or because you spent less that month, nobody's mad, right? That's like best case scenario. So anyway, I did the math. Let's say you make $2,600 every month. That's living, for some people, that's like living below your means, meaning that you don't make quite enough. I mean, I think that's pretty generous, but this video is for if you're not making, obviously it's easy to save if you have $1,600 in bills and you're making $10,000 every month. You don't need help saving money because you don't really have any money like issues. This is more for people that like money's more tight like this. So let's say you're making $2,600 every month and your bills are $1,600. That's how much you're gonna pay every month in bills and food and whatever, right? What do you have left over? $1,000. So perfect. You have to pick what's right for you and how much you want to save and what's realistic for you. Be super honest with yourself. You can't save $10,000 in 3 months if you're only going to be able to save $100 every month. But don't take that as like a L. Like if you can save $100 every month, save $100 every month. It's just going to take you longer to save $10,000. It might take a year. You know what I mean? No. That's not the right math, is it? No, it'd be $1,000. Whatever, who cares? Figure out what you can save and save it. I'll have tips at the end too to make more money. Let's say you can save $1,000, or let's say you'll have $1,000 left over every month. We didn't calculate in going out to dinner with friends, your daily coffee. I mean, maybe you should. If you get a coffee every day, maybe put that in your budget. But yeah, entertainment purposes, if you're really into shopping, if you like buying sneakers when they come out, like whatever it is that you like to spend your money on, we're not really accounting into our budget price because it's hard to account for those things. So let's say you can save $500 every month. Like be very realistic with yourself. If you're not somebody that goes shopping all the time, maybe you can save like almost all of $1,000 of that. If you're somebody that you know like, oh gosh, like me trying to save $1,000 every month and that's my only leftover money, like, and I get my only joy from buying clothes, like, okay, maybe you can only save $500 a month. That's okay. Whatever it is, it's fine because it's for you. Don't be miserable and be like, oh my god, my only joy is shopping for clothes and I can't shop for clothes because I want to save $1,000. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't be unrealistic with yourself. That's the simple math of how, the little formula of how to make a budget for yourself. And then I'm going to give you guys just little tips and tricks on how to save extra money on top of that. Now, if you make a budget and you have a goal for yourself, like let's say you have $1,000 left over, you're being realistic with yourself, you can save $500 of that. Make a goal. Like make like, okay, so what is that? I can't do math. So in 4 months, I want to have $2,000 saved up because that would be $500 every month would be $2,000. Make small goals like that so that way when you reach it, you feel super accomplished with yourself and you always have something to work towards. I know for me, I always want to have like, and everybody's different too, so like find your own things that motivate you, but for me, I always have like my next purchase in mind. That sounds like stupid. Or like my next game plan on like what we're saving for. So like it could be something as little as like a designer purse or a perfume that you want, or it could be something as big as buying a house or buying a new car, or if you want to move to a different state, like whatever it is, have something to be like, this is what we are I can't talk. This is what we're doing this for. You know what I mean? Like, that gives you a little bit more of a purpose. It's a lot harder to just save money when you feel like, why am I doing this? I should just be spending it and living my life. It's a lot easier to save it when you're like, this is the vision, this is what we want, this is what we're going after. And now we're just gonna go right into the tips that I wrote down. Again, guys, if you have any extra tips, or if you love a tip that you've done, or if you have something that doesn't work, leave them as comments so that we can talk about it, and I would love your guys' tips. These are just ones that I've like thought of. Okay, so this is something, actually I didn't think of this. My grandpa told me this, I don't even know when, forever ago. My grandpa is always somebody that like preached about like credit. He's like, never buy anything on a credit card that you're not gonna pay off the next time, or that you don't have money for right then. But he has said this to me so many times, and it honestly like made me change my view on purchases. I'm honestly like, I feel like everybody's surprised by that. I really don't shop that much for how much junk that I have, but I really am not a big shopper, so it's not that hard for me. But like, I have several people that I know that it's a lot harder for them to do that, so I understand the pain of like shopping. But this is a great tip if you are somebody that like impulse shops, or like you go to Target and you meant to get one thing and you come out with $100 worth of Target stuff. Like, this is your tip for you. This is gonna help you so much. So I would pick your own personal price on this. For me, it's normally anything, because to me, I do this with everything, but you really don't have to. Like, pick whatever price is good for you. If you want to say for something that costs over $20 you're going to do this tip for, or something that costs over $50 or over $100, whatever it is, set your price for you. Mine's probably like anything over $20, which sounds like super cheap, but that's probably what it is. But basically, let's say you're out, you see something you really want, you're like, oh my god, these shoes are so cute, I want them so bad. Give yourself 2 days. Go home, pass up on the shoes. Let's say they're $50 and your limit's $50. Anything under $50 you can impulsively buy. Anything above $50 you need to apply this rule. Or if you want it to be $20 or whatever. Like, for me it's $20. Like, if I want a pair of shoes and they're over $20, I need to think about it first. Like, do I really need the shoes? Because it's super easy to be out and you're seeing all these cute things, and then something pops out to you and you're like, I want that. It's easy. Like, you're caught up in the moment. If you have this rule already set in stone in your head, it makes it a lot easier to stop impulsively spending. But yeah, so let's say the shoes are $50 and your limit's $50. You see the cutest shoes ever. You're like, I need those. Don't buy them right then, okay? Go home. Think about it for 2 days. Normally, with stuff like that, you're not going to remember. In 2 days, you'll forget about the shoes. You'll find something else that you wanted. You won't remember the shoes. If it is stuck in your mind, though, for 2 days, like, and don't purposely think about it for 2 days. Like, don't wake up every day and be like, I do remember the shoes, I want those. But like, if it's really bugging you for 2 days that you didn't go get the shoes, go back, buy the shoes. Or that's my tip, okay? On if you're like a big shopper and it's a big problem in your life, this will make it so much easier because it stops those impulsive spending, but you're not limiting yourself and saying like, oh, I can't have anything I want now. You know what I mean? Like, it's still giving yourself that leeway to still shop and buy things that you want, but you're not just buying whatever you see at the time. It's a lot of money, and babe, please ignore my cat. She's not gonna stop. Anytime I talk like this, she just doesn't stop. Like, if I'm on FaceTime and I'm just talking, she doesn't stop. I'm like, you don't want to hear my voice? Is that what it is? But yeah, that will help a lot for anybody that shops a lot and finds that to be like their main issue of what they're spending their money on. The next thing is find a good side hustle, okay? It is super hard to save money. You can only save so much. Like, when we did the budget, you can only save, top amount you're going to be able to save is like $1,000, and that's doing nothing, shopping, buying nothing, not going to dinners, not doing anything, right? It's hard if you're what am I saying? It's hard to save more than what you're allowed to save, basically, like than what you have to save. So find a good side hustle, find something you're passionate about. This could be literally anything. So content creating. And it doesn't have to be reliable money because you already have your reliable money. So this is just fun money. Like, when I tell you guys like, oh, I don't care about like making money on YouTube, I really don't. Would I consider it a side hustle? Yeah, because like it's random money when I get it. you know? So that's like my main side hustle. Find some services. If you're into doing hair, nails, makeup, whatever it is, body sculpting, massages, be careful because there is whatever. There's license and stuff that have to go into that, so don't do anything illegal and like open a hair salon in your house. But like if your friends want their hair colored and are gonna pay you, do that. If you do cute nails and your friend wants you to like do some nails on her, do that. Don't open a whole business and not have a license for it, because you will get caught by State Board and they will fine you, and that is the opposite of saving money. But yeah, whatever services it is, shovel snow or mow grass or whatever you can do to make extra money, do it. And these are things that you can do just in your free time. Don't make it like a huge hassle in your life, but it's just things to like make extra money on the side. The next thing is invest. This is something I really want to get into, so if you guys are interested, I can do like a vlog along the way of me learning how to invest, because I will be totally honest with you guys, I don't know how, and it's something I want to get good at. There's stocks, NFTs, crypto, like anything like that. That's the best way to make fast, good like money. That is spending money to make money. All of those are spending money to make money. So that's a little bit harder unless you have a reliable saving account already. But if you're trying to save more quickly, that's the best way to do it. And it does take some knowledge, so do your research, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the knowledge yet. I want to learn, so if you guys want to learn together, or if you have any tips, let me know. The other one's like a small business. I see this all the time on TikTok, like find something you're passionate about. If it's selling eyelashes, or if it's selling crystals, or if you can make jewelry, sell things on Etsy, anything creative. If you make paintings, anything creative, start a small business. Like that's something to get your creative outlet going too and make money. So if you can find something that makes you feel creative and passionate, that you're passionate about, do that. You're gonna feel fulfilled when you do it. It's not even gonna feel like you're working, and you're gonna make extra money. So it's like a win-win. Oh, I already said this one, but make small and big goals. So if your big goal, like we said, what was gonna keep you driven is, let's say, was to move to a different state, and you need $20,000 before you decide you're going to move to a different state. It is really hard to keep focused on that when you have $2,000 in savings, because it seems very far away. So like I was saying, if you're going to plan to save $500 every month, first make a goal to save $2,000. So say in 4 months, I want to save $2,000, because that would be fitting to your agenda. That way it doesn't feel like, okay, it's going to be 4 years until I save $20,000. I'm feeling a little discouraged, you know? So like make small goals that you can hit and crush and feel great about, and then have a big vision in mind too that you can keep in the back of your mind of why you're doing what you're doing. This one's not for everybody. You don't have to do this. This helps me a lot though. So there's something known as the envelope system. It's very popular. I never did this. It could super work for you. It's easy. So some people, especially if you're like a server or any job that you're going to be making cash tips, or let's say you get paid cash for your job, whatever it is, it's easier to save money when you don't see it all the time. So the envelope system is supposed to be to like place it. You can also do this, let's say if you give yourself an allowance of like $100 a week spending money, let's say, you can put it in your envelopes, and that way you can only spend what's in that envelope. So some people do it like that. Some people do it where you're putting your cash into an envelope and like not touching it, not looking at it. Whatever way you want to do it to separate your money, find out what works best for you. If you have a super bad spending problem, I think the idea of putting an envelope aside for every single week and saying like, this is what I have to spend this week, I can't go over this, this is all I got, kind of helps with like a spending issue. Yeah, my thing that I do, and this is kind of on accident, so when I moved to Vegas, I had my old bank account, and I knew before I was moving here that they didn't have that bank here, so I opened a second bank account that I put all of my savings in for when I was moving to Vegas, because I was like, okay, I can use this bank account. I was planning on closing the old one and I never did, so now I have 2 bank accounts. Honestly, I like it. So I probably won't cancel them, but have a bank account if you, again, want to have like a big savings account that you're trying to save up for something specific. It helps a lot. Make a bank account and hide the card. Don't carry the card with you. Give the card to a family member. Lose the card. Tell them you don't want a card. Whatever. Just put your savings in there. That helps me a ton because now I'm not even looking at it like it's money that I can touch. Like, if it's not there, it's out of sight, out of mind. That's what we want. Forget about the money that you have saved. It's not money you're touching. So that helps me a lot, instead of having like your checking and your savings account all in one and being like, oh, well, if I overdraft my checking, it'll just pull it out of my savings, and look how much I have in my savings, I'm fine. But it's like, no, we're not touching that. We're saving. Oh yeah, I think that helps me a lot. Okay, and then the last one's kind of like a stupid thing, but it does help. And this is something I'm currently doing because I just woke up one day and was like, I hate every piece of clothing that I own and I want all brand new clothing. Instead of being like, okay, let me get on Shein or Fashion Nova or wherever I want to buy it, Zara, wherever I feel like buying all my new clothes and just like impulsively wanting to buy a whole new wardrobe. Or let's say you want a new piece of furniture, like you are looking at your couch and you're like, I want a new couch. Sell your old stuff first. So with my clothes, like I said, I really woke up and I was like, I want new clothes. I want a different style. I want to dress different. Like, this is not what I don't like any of these anymore. I'm actually going through and selling almost all of my old stuff that I'm not going to use anymore, and I'm making myself sell that stuff before I go get new clothes. And the money that I make from selling that stuff, we're going to use for our new clothes. First of all, that's going to help with just the environment. You're not throwing stuff in the trash because you got new stuff. It's hard to hold on to a bunch of stuff, so a lot of people just throw it away. So like if you got a new couch, most of the time people will either try to sell it, or let's say it's not selling, you're going to throw it away. No, like, let's reduce, reuse, okay? It's not really recycling, but so that way you're helping the environment because you're not throwing stuff away. You're going to resell it for somebody else to reuse. You're going to make money, and then you're using the money to buy whatever it is new that you want. So if you could sell your couch for, let's say, $400, then you buy your new couch for $400, it's like you spent nothing. So that's what, like, with my new wardrobe that I want to buy, I'm going to sell all my old clothes. So just so you know, my Poshmark's going to be down below, so you can check them all out. It's not all on there yet. I'm like slowly adding them because I have a lot of stuff I'm going to sell. So just go follow me or check out what I have right now. Go follow me so you can see when I keep posting stuff. I'll also update my Instagram when it actually all goes on there so that you guys can shop. Whatever I make from selling my clothes is the budget I'm going to give myself to go ham and just buy a new wardrobe, because at that point, it's like it's free. It's not free, but it's free. So yeah, I hope this helped you guys at least a little bit. If you guys want more videos like this, more like lifestyle, like how to and like informative videos, let me know. If you guys want videos on how I'm learning to invest, let me know. And then yeah, leave all your tips, leave any video suggestions down below, and I will see you guys next Thursday. Make sure you're all subscribed. Peace out.